What's up everybody, Bri here with a new video, and in this video I'm just going to be doing my Aquaman movie review. That's right, I finally got a chance to check it out just like everyone else, so let's just get right into it guys. So man oh man did we finally get it. Who would have thought after a few years after getting that small cameo scene in Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice that we would eventually get the official Aquaman movie. Man, I don't think many people would have seen that coming, but glad it finally got here, and let's just get into it guys. So let's just break it down. Obviously guys, I was looking forward to this for a long time because I've been a fan of the DC movies. I've been a fan of DC. It's my favorite comic book adaptations. It's my favorite uh, superhero world. Not to say that I don't like Marvel. I love Marvel. It's just a preference because it probably has to do with the fact that I grew up watching more DC stuff more than anything. And it just amazes me to finally get to see something like this, guys. Something so different, so visually creatively amazing. It was just so cool to finally get to see something like this. So the story is pretty simple. The true heir, or the whole plot of the whole movie is basically that the King of Atlantis, which is Orm, Ocean Master, is trying to, rule the world by getting rid of the surface people, and he wants to bring back Atlantis back to the surface, and that would mean destroying us up here. And and then the whole plot is Arthur has to stop him by, challenging him to take over the throne. And Arthur being the true heir, rightfully because he was the firstborn, he also has more claim because he's more fitted than Ocean Master because he's just full of Orm is just filled with hatred and revenge and anger due to the fact that his father pretty much raised him that way. It's just seeing one side of it while Arthur grew up from kind of both worlds, getting to adapt and grow between both. He understands what it's like to be from the surface, also kind of getting a taste of what it's like to be an Atlantean as well. So it's pretty cool to see that kind of story break down. There's challenges in between, who sees you as an outsider, who sees you as one of them. And the whole thing just works so well, like the plot, the creative team, the acting is so well done. Man, it was just so great to see these characters come to life. The actors portraying these people, everybody did a good job. Dolph Lundgren knocked it out of the park with this movie. He just felt like he really did belong in this kind of universe. It just went so well. Patrick Wilson did an amazing job as Ocean Master. I really think he adapted it pretty good. I believed it, and he just looked so good in that suit that pretty much comes off the pages from Aquaman. Seeing him in that suit with the helmet on was just, man, it was just so chilling and so awesome, man. Like it brought back like memories from like just who would have thought we would ever see this on screen, man. It was just so cool. Seriously, Amber Heard did a great job as Mera as well. She did great. Her acting was great. I feel like she really brought the character to life. The visually appearance of her too. She really did a great job. And everybody else just did great, including Black Manta, man. This was so cool. Seeing him come to the screen and knowing that he's a big villain for Aquaman, like it's really personal, was just, it made it so cool. It made it so much more better. Seeing his character kind of being fleshed out a little bit now, it made seem like they kind of rushed it a little bit, but I think it kind of did fit in with everything else just because the whole plot was, for Arthur, Aquaman going up against, or getting ready to go up against his brother Orm, Ocean Master, and then eventually kind of dealing with Black Manta as well. But I get it, a Black Manta would be another story, so that's kind of cool. And the suit of Black Manta, the feel of Black Manta, it just felt so right, guys. Like, man, it just reminded me so much why I like everything about the New 52 run of Aquaman, as well as some of the animated movies if you've checked them out, including Aquaman Throne of Atlantis, which is kind of what gave people an idea of what the movie would be when it came out. So that was pretty cool. And of course, Jason Momoa did an awesome and fantastic job as Aquaman Arthur Curry. I feel like it's because of him that the movie and the character felt so epic and awesome. It's just he gave it his own vibe. I mean, every actor, when they come out in a movie, they kind of give it their own kind of feel of it because it's just who they are. They can't take away completely what kind of person they are, but they adapt to the kind of role they get into. And just seeing Jason Momoa as Aquaman, it felt like he really did fit, and it's what made it so cool and awesome, and it's what allowed for people to change their view of how Aquaman felt or seemed in the past. Not so great, not so powerful, not so popular. It changed that way, and it's so cool to see that because of someone in portraying that character, it could change everything, seriously, and it's just so cool, man. You could tell he had a lot of fun with it, and I hope he sticks around, and I hope we get to see him a lot more, because this is just the beginning, I feel, for Aquaman, and hopefully for much more to come, man. Everything was just so cool. The feel of everything, the visuals, the under the waters, the effects, everything was just so awesome, man. Like the action, everything was felt like it's just so different from most of the movies we've seen. Some of the superhero movies we've seen also, it's just unique kind of in its own way. And I hope that people liked it as well because it's just so cool. There's no there's not much to compare with. I mean, there's so many movies that deal with underwater stuff, but this is different just because of the superhero feel and also the story, and it just kind of comes off the comic book idea. If you read it, it's okay if you've never read the comic books because, like I said, it literally feels like it came off the page. So if you were to see the movie first and then read the comics, then you'd see it's just literally the same thing. Or even if you didn't read the comics, it's okay because you're getting that taste of it in the movie anyway. So it's cool. It's amazing. Seriously, this movie was awesome. The director James Wan did a great job. You could tell he had a lot of passion for the character and the idea of this from the beginning. He really made sure he took his time with it, and it seems really awesome. And it was awesome to see that Warner Brothers, hopefully, it was them that allowed him and whoever dealt with the story, the idea, the cast, everything, to truly dedicate enough time and money to make it a proper movie because that's what allowed it to work. And I hope it keeps going this way for the future of the DCU because that's what needs to happen. What felt great was that this movie was just its own thing. It didn't bother really connecting or placing Easter eggs for future connections to the DCU, like for a Justice League crossover or anything. It just focused on the movie Aquaman. Like at best, maybe it teased a little for a sequel, but it still had to do with just its own story, and that's what's cool. That's probably what they need to keep doing before even considering another, team up movie because most of the world or most people weren't completely satisfied with Justice League. I mean, many reviewers and many critics or most people I know seem to find Justice League entertaining, but not so great as it could have been. And I agree with that. I liked it too, but it should have been better. But I think I liked it for different reasons, or would have liked for different reasons. I would have been okay with Zack Snyder's vision, but that's just a whole nother story. But I'm just glad we got Aquaman and it became what we got because it's just so awesome. I feel like this is the best kind of Aquaman movie we're gonna get, and I hope it was enough for everyone. So I'm just gonna give my score straight up, guys. This movie was worthy for me, and if you know my scoring, you know that's the highest I'll give a movie. For me, it's just forgettable, which is I can just toss that movie aside and I didn't like anything about it. I also score watchable. I mean, it's something that like you can watch if you have free time and you don't have anything to do. If you're bored, I have the score of enjoyable, which is something that's fun. It has its good things, but it may have bad things. I also score excellent, which is something that's fun, entertaining, that I have a good time with, that I could watch again, buy it too. And worthy is just the highest, man. Worthy is just like everything worked out. That doesn't mean the movie's perfect in every way, but it just manages to be perfect for me at least. And that it really was, man. I'm sure it had flaws, but it was just so amazing to see. And maybe it's just also just the DC fan in me that gives me a weak spot for these movies. But I loved it. I think it was perfect. I don't think it could have been proved any other way. I just loved it so much. I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna be picking up that steelbook. You can guarantee that. So it was awesome, guys. It really, really, really got me so excited, and I hope it got you guys excited too. If you didn't like it, I understand. It's a different kind of movie. It's not for everybody, but I hope you liked it too, because this is really, I feel like this is the best they can do for me, and it really was amazing. The visuals, the creatures, seeing that connection that Arthur Curry Aquaman has with Atlantis and the people from above was just so cool. It just felt so unique, and I feel like we got to know his character really, really well this time, and it was just so cool to see it come to life. Seriously, everything was just so epic and intense, and action, and the acting, everything just was so well, and I hope you guys liked it too. But again, if you didn't, that's okay. I hope you guys at least like something from it, like if at least maybe the scenes in the underwater or the action that happened on the surface or anything. I hope you guys like something because it really was fun for me, and I hope it was for you guys too. So with that saying, again, guys, I hope you guys liked it. If not, let me know what you didn't like about it. Let me know what excited you the most. Let me know what maybe you found cool about it, what reminded you of the comic books. If you read the comic books, what was your favorite part about it? I think my favorite part was just seeing you know, Aquaman going up against Ocean Masters. It's so cool, man, because they both have rights to what they believe in, and it's just so cool. And it really felt real, so I hope you guys liked it, man. It was just so cool. I loved it so much. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Obviously, you can tell my enthusiasm. Maybe I'm overhyping it a little bit, but I just loved it so much, and I hope you guys did too. Thank you again for checking this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and share. It means everything to me, guys, that you take one little bit of time out of your day just to check out my video, just to hear and listen to what I thought of a movie that might be different from what you think of it. But I appreciate that you take the time to listen and understand a different perspective if you don't agree with me, and also I thank you for taking time if you agree with me and just wanting to hear someone else who has the same opinions as you. It really does mean everything to me, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it in every way. And remember, don't forget that on Bright channel, it's movie time all the time.